She kept his sweater long after he stopped needing it. Not because it still smelled like him, it didn't anymore. She kept it because when she wrapped her arms around it, for just a second, she could pretend he hadn't left at all. This is the story of a love that never got a proper goodbye. And a woman who is still walking the same shoreline, looking for footprints the tide erased years ago. Her name was Claire. If you saw her today, you might just see a woman sitting alone on a piece of driftwood, staring at nothing. Sweater pulled tight around her shoulders. Eyes glassy in the fading light. You wouldn't know why. You wouldn't know what she was carrying. But if you looked closer, really looked, you'd see the small things. A single rose, dark red, its petals just beginning to curl at the edges, the way things do when they've been loved a little too long and let go of a little too late. And beside it, worn soft at the corners, a photograph. Two people, holding hands, walking into a sunset that looked almost exactly like the one in front of her now. She wasn't just remembering a memory. She was sitting inside the wreckage of one. A tear slipped down her cheek before she even realized she was crying. She didn't wipe it away. Some tears, she had learned, don't come to be wiped away. They come to be felt. 10 years earlier, Claire had walked this same beach for the very first time, not alone, but beside a man named Daniel. They'd met the way ordinary love stories begin, awkwardly, imperfectly, without any fireworks or grand design. A dropped coffee cup. An apology that turned into a conversation. A conversation that turned into hours. Hours that turned into a lifetime neither of them saw coming, but both of them, somehow, had been waiting for. Daniel wasn't loud about his love. He didn't need to announce it. He showed it in the way he remembered how she liked her tea. In the way he'd drive 40 minutes out of his way, just so she wouldn't have to wait for a bus in the rain. In the way he held her hand, not gently, not carefully, but like he was afraid that if he let go, even for a second, the world might take her from him. He was right to be afraid. He just didn't know it would be the other way around. They built a life the way most people do, slowly, stitch by stitch. A small apartment that always smelled like garlic and old books. Sunday mornings that stretched into afternoons. Arguments that never lasted longer than a car ride. And always, evenings on this beach, hand in hand, watching the sun bleed orange into the water like it was performing just for them. That photograph in her lap. It was taken on their 3rd anniversary. Daniel had asked a stranger to take it. Just in case, he'd said. In case we ever forget how happy we are right now. She used to laugh at that. Who forgets happiness like this? She knows now. You don't forget it. You just lose access to it. Grief doesn't usually knock. It kicks the door down when you least expect it. For Claire, it came on an ordinary Tuesday. Gray sky, lukewarm coffee, a phone call that changed the shape of every day that would follow it. There was no final conversation. No last "I love you" said on purpose, because neither of them knew it would be the last one at all. That's the cruelty grief doesn't warn you about. It's not just the loss of a person. It's the loss of every future
Let's always
you had
remember
quietly
this place.
been building with them.
I promise.
The wedding
Every
you
sunset
hadn't
will
planned
remind me.
yet. The grey hair you thought you'd grow old watching each other earn. The inside jokes that would have lasted 40 more years. All of it gone, the way footprints disappear when the tide rolls back in.
These colors are
She went back to
amazing.
their
Let's
beach
make it
the week
snow.
after.
Here we go.
This
She
is
thought
so
maybe
fun.
if she stood in the same spot, felt the same wind, she could borrow just one more piece of him. Instead, she found only sand. Smooth. Untouched. As if nothing had ever walked there at all. That's when she understood the cruelest truth about love and time. The ocean doesn't care how much something mattered. It erases everything eventually. Or so she believed. Years passed. Claire kept walking that same shoreline, alone, again and again, as if searching for something the sea had long since taken back.
Your turn
But
now,
something
my dear.
strange began
Hold
to
on
happen.
tight.
She noticed that every single time she walked, rain or shine, grief heavy or lighter, her own footprints would form behind her. Fresh, undeniable. Proof that she had been there.
That was a
Proof
good
that
one.
she had moved forward,
Your turn.
even carrying the weight of him. And she realized something that changed everything. The tide may erase the footprints in the sand, but it can never erase the ones love leaves in you. Daniel's fingerprints weren't in the sand anymore, they never really needed to be. They were in the way she still hummed his favorite song without noticing. In the way she still ordered his coffee order out of habit, then smiled instead of crying. In the way she had learned to love herself gently, the same way he once did. Love doesn't survive by staying visible. It survives by becoming part of you. The rose in her hand may wilt. The photograph may fade at the edges. The waves may take the footprints on the shore. But the ones on her heart, time never learned how to wash those away. If you watch her now, closely, you'll notice something different in the way she walks. Still slow. Still thoughtful. But no longer frozen. She isn't chasing the past anymore. She's carrying it the way you carry a favorite photograph in your wallet, not because you need to look at it every day, but because it's simply, quietly, always with you. The sun sets the same way it always has. The waves still come and go, indifferent and endless. But Claire keeps walking anyway. Because that's what love teaches you, in the end, not to stop moving, but to keep moving forward, one footprint at a time, even when the person who taught you how to walk beside someone isn't there to walk beside you anymore. Somewhere, in the space between grief and gratitude, she found peace. Not because she forgot him, but because she finally understood love was never meant to stay in the sand. It was always meant to live somewhere the tide could never reach. So if you've ever lost someone you built a whole life around, know this: the footprints may fade, but the love that made them, that stays. Time doesn't erase it. It just teaches you how to carry it differently. If this story touched something in you, if it reminded you of someone you've loved, lost, or are still learning to let go of, I want you to do 3 things for me right now. First, hit that subscribe button, because stories like this one deserve to be told, and shared, and remembered, and this channel is where we do exactly that, every single week. Second, scroll down and tell me in the comments, who did you think of while watching this? Was it someone you lost? Someone you're still walking beside, footprints and all? I read every single comment, and I promise you, your story matters just as much as Claire's. And third, if this moved you even a little, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. You never know who out there is standing on their own quiet shoreline, wondering if the footprints they lost meant anything at all. They did. They always do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.